it's going to help. Now, the argument put restrictions on the U.S. with the goal of lowering global temperatures in a reaction to climate change, but I looked into it. Our country does more than any other country on the planet when it comes to environmentally safety, our factories and what we spew into the atmosphere. He didn't roll back and said they can burn anything they want to burn, or we can go back to carburetors and stay away from fuel injection. It has nothing to do with that. This has to do with paying for stuff that doesn't make any sense because other countries don't do anything either. We are leading, we have led, and we continue to lead. It just needs to be fair for the country. Just like a good CEO, CFO, going through the money to find out if it's appropriately spent. And the door's not been permanently closed. It's just temporary until he can gather as much information as possible, rather than just getting on some bandwagon and tirade, claiming that you know everything about global warming, or that we're definitely causing it by Colgate-Palmolive or some specific agents. The last one, the 12th accomplishment. We're talking about 12 of Trump's biggest accomplishments in 2017. If you're just joining us, we're at number 12, and this was TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, TPP, a trade deal with Asia with a potential disaster for a country, Trump said, harming American workers in manufacturing. President Obama had negotiated the deal, but it was never ratified by Congress. According to CNN, Trump withdrew via an executive order last January to make sure that the trade is fair, which it's not been fair. China's been screwing us. And Donald Trump has said it right to the cameras, right back to China. Yeah, we owe China a fortune. Yeah, we still do business with China. That's true. But the next deal is going to be a much better deal and a more equal playing field. Fair is fair. I mean, there's one thing about loaning money and paying it back. We would be able to pay it back a whole lot faster if we had fair trade, better trade. It just makes you wonder what these politicians were doing in Washington. Oh, we know what they were doing. We know what they were doing. They left rich. They left with plenty of money. They knew what they were doing. They know what they were doing. They padded their pockets, and they made the country weaker. I am very thankful that we have a businessman in the White House that gets economics. There's just common sense things that business owners do. When they look at the dolls, they see where the money's going and making hard decisions. And rolling up your sleeves and a common sense approach to these issues. You know, the Dems say, oh, well, you know, the national debt's going to skyrocket. How are we going to be able to pay for all of this stuff with these tax cuts? Stuff's going to go back into the economy quicker, faster, and start motivating people to be able to reach for their dreams, to be able to take that small business of theirs, their idea, off the table and actually start marketing the stuff, start making money with it. And that's going to fuel the economy even more because more taxes are going to be paid from that. You know, leadership, folks, it starts from the top and trickles down. And there's something that's called the Trump effect. And whether or not you want to recognize Donald Trump as being a great president, I think he's going to go down as a Ronald Reagan. I really do. Because the left of the day then called him a dunderhead, an idiot, and all sorts of expletives. They hated him. They didn't like him. Didn't like his conservative ideas or his ideals. And remember, Donald Trump, Democrat was. Ronald Reagan, a Democrat, was. Turned conservative. Lots of similarities. It's a different time, obviously. Different time. However, the tried and true. With the economy, lowering the taxes, very Reaganistic, don't you think? You remember what happened when Reagan did that? things started taking off. And it's about darn time it does, because we were stagnant for 8 long years under Barack Obama. There wasn't any growth, actually more unemployment, less home ownership, more people on welfare than, oh, you know the stats. Was it 94 million people were out of work during Obama? 43 million Americans living in poverty. More than 10 million Americans added to food stamps. Lowest home ownership in 51 years. And under Obama, the national debt skyrocketed to $19.5 trillion. All right, so all things designed to kill the economy, kill the momentum of the economy. So many incredible things are happening with the economy and with our country. And I pray that there is a renewal of people with ideas that get together and start really doing amazing things like SpaceX, where they're doing things that NASA never did, and dreaming to go further into the stars, into the heavens. And I think what they're doing is things that all of us should be doing, is reaching a bit further. And I tell people, look, we don't know how long we're going to live for. I tell people, live like you're going to live to at least 100. So there's a lot more things that you can be doing. I tell older people, what was it that you did all those years? 40 years for that company, 50 years, and you retired? You can still be consultant to somebody. You can still work from home on your computer. You'd be amazed at what you can do. Use the brain. Continue using it. I tell people, be relevant. Don't be a relic. You got to keep the brain going. You got to keep it stimulated. I'm grateful that good things are happening. And I'm looking forward personally to 2018 for new possibilities, even for this broadcast, for this radio show, to be able to take it to a radio group and get on full time and start doing what I love to do more often and with a nice paycheck. I used to do it. It's just, went a different direction, and now it's the season to get back on and do more of it and work for a group and do a lot of good. And there's been a lot of growth since I worked for Salem and Clear Channel. You age a little bit, get a little bit more comfortable in your skin. You know how it goes. Yeah. And we got a lot more ahead, by the way. United Airlines Representative Jackson Lee's charge of racism. You're not going to believe this one. Oh yeah, if you're a longtime listener to For the People, you'll believe it. It's just the mindset out there with a lot of folks that have chips on their shoulder. Unfortunately, it's one such story by big fat Greek wedding star. She's shoplifting for groceries. I'll tell you about who that is. In North Korea, a scientist defected to China ends up killing himself after he was forced to return. All that and more on the weekend edition of For the People.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
Introducing the official For the People coffee mug, patriotic as can be, in featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
For the people is there.
Your American heritage. The little 12-horsepower engine coughed and sputtered into life on that chill December morning in 1903. The Wright brothers had brought their strange-looking machine down from Dayton, Ohio, and with Brother Orville at the controls, the tiny propeller whickered the air, and as Orville clung on white-knuckled, the little craft left the ground and actually flew for 12 seconds. Later, a 1-minute, 300-yard flight was the result, and changed the face of the world forever. This has been Don Keyes, sitting in the coach section during our original No Frills flight on Your American Heritage.
Keeping your American heritage alive on For the People Weekend. Visit our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com.
Introducing the official For the People coffee mug featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any hot beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And enjoy.
It's For the People Weekend, and I'm Keith Allen. Did you have a nice Christmas? I hope you did. I know. Some of you, it wasn't all like Christmassy, but you got to do something nice for yourself, though. Cook a good meal, go out, take a deep breath, take it all in. I love Christmas. I don't know what it is. I have the Christmas music on 2 months before. Yeah, I'm one of those. One of those sappy kind of people. Lots of deals out there now. So now's the time to find the electronics that you did not buy during Christmas. Now you can find the stuff, 25 to 50% off some locations. So you might want to check. And yeah, a lot of that stuff you can find the discounts online. Such as Amazon. They are the big ticket, one of the big items to find. You got to log on. If you've not done it before, I'm not an internet person, you're an older person, and you're intimidated. Don't be intimidated by it, because you could save hundreds of dollars on these particular things. And if you have not upgraded, I got to tell you something. This is true. For some of you old-timers out there that have those old TV sets that you have not done anything with in 15, 20 years. And you say there's no sense in replacing the thing because it still works. And I understand that. The philosophy works. If you can't afford another TV, that's one thing. But if you have the money to be able to get one of these flat screen TVs with today's 4K technology, it's kind of like, how would I describe it? A fish tank. It looks like a fish tank where you could put your hands and grab the fish. It's that clear. It's that real. Yeah, it's realism. And it's unbelievably brilliant, and